Good evening. I hope you've been enjoying our analysis when it comes to IPL teams. Today it's the turn of one of the strongest IPL franchise, joint highest in overall titles, 5 tied with Mumbai Indians. Of course, the captain has changed, but their habit of winning title continues over the years. Ruturaj Gaikwad, a young captain. We're talking about Chennai Super Kings. Firstly, thanks a lot for all the love that you are showering on our previous content. We love to know your analysis as well. A lot of you send your 11s, which are very interesting. Some of you send, impact players, which could be different to us. Some of you have an opinion, which is also different to us. Sometimes similar in terms of whether they'll make the playoff or not. Whatever it might be, we love enjoying that. We love reading those because that's the beauty of the IPL, right? Each of us can make different teams and there's no right or wrong answer. So in that series today we're looking at Chennai Super Kings. As a quick reminder, if you're joining us for the first video in terms of analysis, that we try and answer 4 big questions: likely playing 11 of the franchise, the strength, the biggest weakness, and the $1 million question: will they make the playoffs or not? So those are the things that we discuss today. I am lucky to be surrounded by 2 Chennai Super King fans, if not fans, supporters or analysts or people who have over the years looked at Chennai Super Kings very closely, even if I do not address them as fans.
Yeah.
Am I correct if I say so?
Absolutely.
You're not getting offended. No, he might get offended saying, no, I'm not a fan.
He gets offended at almost anything and everything.
Gulati, you don't start now.
Today, look at his multicolored t-shirt. He is ensured he is representing all IPL teams. So you can't say that only Chennai or something.
Upstairs he was counting it today. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Except red. There's every other color.
Oh, RCB.
PBKs.
Yeah. But it's a nice t-shirt that he's got. Okay. So 2 Chennai Super Kings specialists, if I can say that, joining me today. So it'll be great fun. Without wasting any time, you know the usual drill. We try and put the 11 together. And you know what? Mostly what has happened previously whenever we've looked at team, 6, 7, 8 players we all kind of agree on. I have a feeling that there'll be a lot of disagreements here.
Yes.
And that's primarily because of the options that Chennai Super Kings have.
Yeah.
They have a lot of options. So again, Siddharth could go with a different team. I mean, Gulati, Siddharth Vishwanathan could go with a different team. I could go with a different team. And all 3 might look very strong. So unlike previous teams where I would just say I'm going to write the usual suspect and everyone would say yes, 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 and I would finish about 8, 9 and then we would debate about 2, 3. I don't think that will happen. But anyway, I'm going to try few players that are going to be the usual suspect. 1, at number 2, you could write Ruturaj. I think all of us will agree. He's the captain.
Yes.
Absolutely.
At number 3, I'm taking the liberty of writing a Tripathi. I think all of us will kind of agree.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Agreed.
Tripathi also will be at 3. There will be a Dubey in all our team. We might debate at the position. But for the sake of just writing, I'm writing him at 5. You can move him at 4, 5, 6, wherever. But I'm only getting the names that all of us will have at whatever place we have. Okay. Yeah. Then there is going to be a Karan, Dhoni and Jadeja. I think these are another 3 names that you have.
So number 5 will be Dubey.
Yeah, that's why I said you have to be with us.
Yeah.
You can write 6, 7, 8 as the 3 names that I just mentioned in Karan,
Jadeja
and Dhoni.
Yeah.
Okay. Karan, Jadeja
and Dhoni.
Right. So these are the names that we agree on. And I think there will be one more name that all of us will agree on. Only one more. And that's going to be Pathirana, I think.
Yes.
Yes, all 3 of us will have Pathirana.
Absolutely.
So at 11, you can have Pathirana at 11. So those are the names that we've all agreed on, which leaves us with 4 slots to debate upon. Okay, who wants to go first with the number 1 position?
I'll go. I'm going to open with Rachin Ravindra. I think it's once again a case of mixing formats here. If we talk about Rachin Ravindra, he has been an absolute superstar for New Zealand in Test and ODI format, but the current form that he is in and the way he's striking the ball specifically in the subcontinent conditions that he has played in the last couple of months or so, for me he definitely opens for CSK here, which means that it's going to be unfortunate that Devon Conway misses out. He has been a superstar for CSK.
Can you fit both? I mean, I'll give you an example. Some may go with both, let's say, Rachin Ravindra to open, hypothetically. So Rachin Ravindra opens, and you could have a situation where you could have a Conway at 3. Hypothetically, or Conway opens, Rachin at 3. And you could do away with one other overseas player that we are looking at. Could be Noor. I'm just saying. The people will look at that. You may agree or disagree with
Yeah.
that.
See, I would be tempted to include him. Devon Conway, with all the experience and the class that he brings in the T20 format. But but the point is that CSK, the kind of I'm actually a fan of the CSK template, which is to have more number of all-rounders or the more number of bowling options in their playing 11, something that has been one of the major reasons why they have won 5 IPL titles. So for me, it's unfortunate that, Devon Conway might just miss out. And in place of him, I would rather want to have someone like Deepak Hooda, who is an equally good batter and can also chip in with the useful overs of off spin.
So you're only going with one,
Absolutely.
not the 2. So that option you're not exercising. So one, and in that one you're going with Rachin Ravindra.
Yeah.
And Conway misses out.
Yeah, Conway misses out.
For me, I will give you the second option that you had said, and I can fit both in. But for me, Conway begins with Rituraj and Ravindra bats at 3 or 4.
Okay, so now we are just debating on number 1, your first choice opener. 1 vote goes to Rachin Ravindra. Who's your
Conway.
Okay. Reasons why you're going for
Because
Conway over?
Conway is your opener who has given you success even in the past. Agreed. 2024 he didn't play because he was injured.
Yeah.
But whenever CSK needed good starts, you see, if we are going to make this playing 11, you will see that there is a lot of left, right combinations. So I will pick both. I mean, you've given me a choice between 2 New Zealanders. I have to pick one as number 1. It is Conway for me, okay, as number 1. Ravindra, I think his sample size of success as an opener in T20Is is far more limited than Conway, who's had greater success.
Okay, I have the casting vote now because it's 1-1. I'm going with Rachin Ravindra, and I'll tell you why I'm doing that. I'm going on current form. You saw in the Champions Trophy, Will Young actually superseded someone like a Conway there, and Rachin was one of their outstanding batters. I know different format, but I'm looking at the form. Also, Rachin is going to give me a bowling option that I can look at because, multiple all-rounders is something that Gulati alluded to that Chennai likes. So he gives me that option. Hard luck on Conway. I'm not exercising the second option of having both because I will have another overseas player that I want. Yeah. So in which case, my casting vote goes to Rachin Ravindra, so he's your opener. Now that is done. Now let's get down to number 4. The one other batter that you have here at 4, and you have to go with the one that you're most likely to keep. So
Deepak Hooda.
+1. I had Deepak Hooda primarily because he can be an off spinner also.
Yeah.
Chennai, I am telling you, the Chepauk wicket this time around is going to be very slow. Looking at the number of spinners that CSK have taken in the IPL auction, it's going to be that Chepauk of 2010-11 where spinners rule the roost. So, you want more options? I'll give you Deepak Hooda. I've got a left armer, I've got a left arm wrist spinner. I'll give you an off spinner. I've got Deepak Hooda.
I think also one more thing in case of Deepak Hooda, we talk about the opening season of Lucknow Super Giants here. He was one of their highest run getters there. And why that was basically the reason because he was given a consistent run at number 3 or number 4. But in the next 2 seasons or so, his batting position was shuffled continuously and that's why he could not really get going. This time around, he is at a franchise which would be more than happy to give him a consistent spot. It could be number 3 or it could be number 4 also for that matter. But I think Deepak Hooda has finally found his permanent home in the IPL.
Okay, so it's 3 out of 3. Even I had Deepak Hooda in my team, and I want Deepak Hooda primarily because I agree last couple of seasons haven't been great for him, but I also agree that he is in a franchise. He's a confidence player, and you need to back him. I don't think LSG did a good job of doing that. Chennai certainly will do it, and if you give him confidence with his all-round skill, mostly batter and maybe an over or 2 of off-spin against a left-hander. He's going to be that player. So Deepak Hooda also, I give a vote. So that's 3 out of 3. He makes it there. Now I'm going to come to number 10. I'll start on this one. I've got a Noor in my team. And if we get another vote of Noor, then we will have him in the team because 2 out of 3. And I'll tell you why I've got Noor because I need a match winner with the ball. and you splurged a lot of money at 10 CR, you bought
10
him.
CR.
So that tells you the kind of value that you attach with a Noor. And he comes with that skill that, you know, he's almost, he showed he was almost as good as Rashid Khan when he was at GT. He just doesn't look like him, but had even an impact like him.
Yeah.
And if you have a bowler like that, that's why I've sacrificed someone like a Conway, even though most teams would take him. But because I want that ability of a Noor, I know there is going to be competition from the rest of the fast bowler in Nathan Ellis. People might want to look at, or Jamie Overton, also another option because he's an all-rounder you can look at. But to start with, I would definitely want Noor in my team. And spin to win is what Chennai do at Chepauk. How can you leave him out? So, is there anyone else who's gone with Noor?
+1.
Plus
Plus
one.
two.
+2. Okay. So which means if you but because you had Conway and this, that means you didn't have Noor in your
I
initial
didn't have
plan.
Noor.
But
then
now
because-
that Conway is out,
Yes.
you're okay with it. Okay. So then it's a 3 out of 3.
It is 3 out of 3. Because see, Noor, we knew that my argument in this is that Noor is primarily a guy who will be used in Chepauk conditions. Elsewhere, looking at the conditions, maybe in Ekana, maybe you might use him again.
Yeah.
You may not use him in Wankhede. You may not use him in Ahmedabad.
My point is, even on those good batting pitches, let's say, I'm not saying he's Rashid, but he's Rashid light. Okay. Wouldn't you use Rashid in every condition? You would.
Absolutely.
And why wouldn't you want to go with Noor in every condition? He does not rely, because he has such variety, he doesn't necessarily rely on slow turners.
Correct.
I think even on good batting pitches, he could. Anyway, so he's a match winner. He comes in. We are done with our 4 foreigners now. We are done. Now is the number 9 spot, and I'm guessing we're all going to be debating. At least I know the one that I've gone with, none of you would have. So we'll have a disagreement. Let's see. Let's start with who's gone with what. Who wants to start?
I think he has signaled it, and it's a +1 for me.
Okay, which means I miss out. In my 11, and I'll just show you my 11. Ashwin will be there, but I'll just show you my 11 that I had made. And then, of course, we'll get Ashwin's name. So what I had done is, Pawan, if you can, for the sake of the 11 that I wanted to go with, move Dhoni to 9. Okay, move Dhoni to 9. Move.
Whoa, what happened? Okay.
Okay, we'll try and just do that. Yeah.
Okay.
If you can move Dhoni to 9, move Jadeja to 8, and move Karan to 7, and get a Vijay Shankar at 6. So I'll tell you what my team was. This is my team where I know it's a Dhoni coming in at 9, but I like the fact, and this is what I've seen about CSK the last 2 seasons. They used to have batting till number 10, Deepak Chair or someone
Deepak
would
Chair,
come.
yeah.
They like that style. Why they like it? Because they're playing this new age T20 cricket where whatever, 40 for 4 doesn't matter, bang 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 till the 20th over. And I think this batting lineup will allow them, and the reason I can afford this is okay, let's get the 12th man. I went with Khalil. Have you gone with
I have
Khalil?
gone with Khalil.
Khalil.
So we all went with Khalil.
Khalil,
Just get your impact player as Khalil. So then this is your batting first team,
Yes.
Yeah.
where you are having a Dhoni bat at 9. So imagine the batting till number 9. Or, you know, Jadeja will come at 9 or Dhoni 8, whatever. They can be flexible. Now, this is also doing the left, right that they like. Multiple left-handers and right-handers. And as soon as you now come to bowling, so just look at their bowling. They'll have a Khalil, a Patirana and a Karan as your 3 fast bowlers.
Yeah.
They will have
Noor
a
and
Jadeja and Noor as your 2 spinners. Then they will have a Huda and Rachin Ravindra as 2 backup spinners. So 4 in all. And they will have a Vijay Shankar
Another pacer.
as
medium pacer.
another Dubey. Vijay Shankar and Dubey as 2 medium pace backer. So all I will have is in terms of overall bowling options, about 8 bowling options, 7 or 8 bowling options I have with this batting lineup where Dhoni is batting. And my bowling lineup has everything. It has fast bowlers, medium pacers, off spinner, left arm spinner, Chinaman, whatever, you know, so all sorts of bowler. Because I had everything covered, I felt that to get another Ashwin now, I'm just going to be under bowling him or somebody else without really bolstering my batting.
Okay.
Which I've gone. So this was my team, but that's fine. I'm just giving you an alternate team that I would have gone with. But since I'm outvoted, two of my colleagues have gone with Ash Anna, since they also spent 9 point some crores
9.75 crores on
him. So the team eventually that we are going to pick based on our voting is with Ashwin, right? So
right.
final vote Ashwin.
Yeah, Ashwin.
I'd given Vijay Shankar, so I'm outvoted. Can you now make a change? Vijay Shankar goes out.
I think the only reason why I did not have Vijay Shankar in my 11 is that at 6, I don't think he's going to be a useful batter for CSK. If he has to play in this 11, he has to bat at 3 or 4.
No. He is batted. I could get him at 5 and
5.
Dubey could be 6 or Huda could be there.
Although-
I'm saying options.
Okay.
But I'm fair enough. Whatever you guys have picked because you've outvoted
See,
me.
Vijay Shankar can play if you don't want a Huda.
Yeah.
If you don't want a Huda and you want to use only Vijay Shankar for his batting,
Then he bats at either 4 or 5.
I'm
Yes.
saying I can use both. Na? I am packing my batting lineup. Why
See-
do I have to leave anybody out? Come on. And everyone, same rule. Indian T20I team rule under Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yeah, 10 bowlers.
Go for it. Bang, bang, bang. Bowlers are there. Batters are there. And which is why I see the Indian T20 team, I keep talking about them, they have been in situations where they were in a soup, 4-5 wickets down for 40 odd runs, yet they have notched up big totals because they bat like that. It'll be entertaining batting if you've got batting.
Yeah.
But I'm telling everyone, listen, I don't want anyone wasting time. You go attack, doesn't matter. It'll be your day, you will give me 10 ball 35. If not your day, you get out, no problem, somebody else will.
Nikhil's been to a South Indian Tamil wedding recently. So many options. It's like it's coming on that banana leaf one after the other. Okay, off spinner. Okay, I'll give you a left arm wrist spinner. I'll give you a right arm fast bowler, medium pace bowler. I'll give you an attacking batter, anchor. I've got a wicket keeper. Whatever you want.
As they say in Tamil Nadu, meals. You go for meals, no? They give that on the patta. multiple-
banana leaf, yes.
Everything.
But,
so many different
Yeah,
options.
exactly.
I have a question here. Who will probably be the backup wicketkeeper for CSK? If at all
Tripathi.
they need.
They have
Tripathi is
Tripathi,
there.
na?
But Tripathi hasn't really kept wickets at consistently, even in domestic cricket too.
I know that, but then
But why would you need a backup wicketkeeper when there is an MS Dhoni?
No, he is obviously going to be there, but then
He will
injuries can happen anytime.
No, so then he will not play that match. So it's as simple. Let's say if he's injured,
No,
he
but
does not.
who is the backup wicketkeeper then?
No, they have.
Devon Conway.
they've gone way.
But
No. They have a few young keepers in their team. I was looking at that are backup keepers. They do.
Okay.
Yes, they do. Indian wicket keepers.
Yeah, but then see, Dhoni, if he bats at 9 or 8, he's only going to face about 10 or 11 balls.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not going to face 30, 40 balls, which will ensure that, okay, his knee gets totally ruined. So that's why he'll come down at 8, he'll come down or at 9, he'll just have a couple of balls to face. Yes, the problem is that in the past couple of years, his knee has not been holding up because of the stress of the IPL. He can't play 14 games. That's why he's managing it at this point in time. So that is why I'm saying you don't have to worry. In one particular season, there was no backup. MS
Exactly.
Dhoni was the only guy. But then CSK are living with that. No problem at this stage.
Oh, Vansh Bedi
Vansh Bedi,
is the wicketkeeper batter that they have.
And plus they also have Devon Conway too.
and Tripathi.
And Tripathi.
So
Yes.
need be. So I think that
So
in
it
that
doesn't
sense.
matter if Tripathi is not kept for 5-6 years. If Dhoni
See,
is injured, he'll step up.
And you've been watching practice games.
Yeah,
Dhoni
yeah.
has been keeping. He will keep. Okay, let's say assuming in that worst case scenario he's injured, then he won't play that match, and then they will make that change accordingly. Maybe
At max he'll be
bring in a
impact
Ansh Bedi
also.
to
Yeah.
just keep.
Correct.
They can do that. Okay, so that's the likely 11. You let us know what you think of it. Okay, now to the strengths and the weaknesses. You want to start with what?
Yeah, plenty of all-rounders.
No,
I
no,
think
we wanna
that's the-
start with
We'll
strength?
start with strengths.
Strength.
Yeah, plenty of all-rounders. I think that's one of the things that definitely separates CSK from the other IPL teams. And that's also one of the major reasons why they have won 5 IPL titles. So they have stuck to that winning formula, having multiple bowlers in their likely 11. Huda, Karan, Jadeja, Ashwin, Noor, Patirana, Khalil could be the impact player. So I think that's where I feel that CSK are pretty much ahead.
You want to tick all the boxes when it comes to all-rounder, wicketkeeper, batter, spinner. They've got it. That's their strength. They've got left, right, adaptable to the situation. So that's why I think that's the prime strength that they've got, CSK.
I think their strength is two strengths I'll name apart from what you're saying. One, the backup. So as we were saying, let's say if Ravindra is not doing well, you can always bring a Conway. If Tripathi is not doing well, you can always bring in a Vijay Shankar. If your fast bowler Pathirana is not having a good time, you got a Nathan Ellis. They've got good backups even in terms of spinners, fast bowlers, batters, middle order, top order, everything. So I like that fact that if plan A is not working, if there are injuries, which sometimes teams get derailed, they will not have that much of an issue as some teams can have. So their backup is their strength. And the second strength I'm going to talk about, that's been consistent with them, is stability. Yeah. They're the one team, and even though Dhoni is not captain, he's the mastermind. He will keep guiding Ruturaj Gaikwad, who also showed he's a decent captain in that first stint that he had. So that mastermind, the brain, how to win T20 games, and stability, a continuation of that culture in the CSK team, all of that I think is their second strength.
I think I will add a third strength. This time the pitch in Chepauk. That could be their biggest strength, and you could see a return of 2011 where CSK didn't lose a single home game. So that's the thing that AB de Villiers is also stressed. Any team that has a great home record, more likely they will make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
The pitch.
Weakness.
I think death bowling is a big issue. You still have the likes of Pathirana, even Karan can also bowl in the death overs, but I'm not really sure, they can be consistent with those Yorkers or the variations. In case of Pathirana, we have seen on many occasions that he can be wavered with his line and lengths and even the Yorkers too. So
Khalil also bowls in death. Pathirana does bowl in death. Karan also.
The consistency is the issue. Like, they are inconsistent. So from that perspective, bowling attack in a whole, I feel that consistency might just be missing in the death overs.
Death overs. Same here. Because CSK has gone through a period where they were relying on Tushar Deshpande and Shardul Thakur for death overs. Pathirana,
look at that and look at this. Yeah. They've improved so much. How is it a worry?
Pathirana is not the Pathirana of 2023.
Yeah. He has been found out.
He has been found out in a big way. And Karan, he's not had that much of exposure for the past 2-3 years when bowling in the death. After he left CSK, whenever he bowled in the death, he was taken to the cleaners. That's the problem. CSK haven't filled up their death bowling hole. Pathirana, if he can repeat the heroics of 2022 or 2023, then I think they will escape. But otherwise, they are in for some big trouble in the death overs.
For me, their weakness is a lack of game time. So the problem is that their whole core structure is reliant upon a lot of Indian talent which are not really part of international setups. That includes a Ruturaj Gaikwad, that includes a Tripathi, Huda, Dubey, who's also been injured for very long. Now you're relying that backbone is based on these players. But they even let's say someone like an MS Dhoni, I know he does well when he comes into this IPL, but these are now 4-5 batters that will be part of out of your 7 batters. If 5 of them are not playing international cricket at the moment, so could be a bit rusty. That's the only thing. So again, I expect them to be firing, but in that given scenario that they are not really up to the game, whereas some other teams has regular international players who may be in the rhythm, that then could become disastrous for Chennai. If these 4-5 non-regular internationals, their runs dry up, then it suddenly together as a whole impacts CSK. So that for me will be the only weakness if it really comes about to that. Now to the $1 million question. Are they making it to the playoffs? Yes, no, and why? You start.
Yes, they will make it to the playoffs, but it won't be an easy ride for them. I don't think they're making it to the top 2.
Wasn't easy. Last time they finished 5th. Narrowly missed out from RCB.
Yeah. So,
on net run rate.
Yes, on net run rate. So that is why CSK also this time won't have it easy, okay? They will face competition because the other teams seem to have caught up. However, if they have an excellent home season, then I think they will make it into the 3rd position as far as I know. So
they or not?
They are.
Yes, they are.
Because he said both things, so I wanted to pin him.
They are. Also, that means now from the next, when we do, I have to remember, I can't have any other team. I already picked my 4.
Okay.
Thank God.
+1 for me, actually. They are making it. I think because of the complete package that CSK are, despite all the problems that they might have in their death polling, I still expect CSK to go through to the playoffs.
I'll make it 3 out of 3. I have
Yeah.
also picked them. They may not be the most intimidating side that you can close your eyes and say is winning the IPL title. May not look like that. Yeah. But they often don't look like a team like that and yet punch above their weight. This time they're looking like a decent team. And I also see them making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's 3 out of 3. We all agree upon that the team makes it to playoff. You guys let us know what you think. Do they make the playoffs or not? What do you think is the ideal 11? Strength, weaknesses, anything that we may have missed out? We'd love to hear our comments. But the only thing that we request you for is to like our video. That means a lot to us. And yeah, share it with your other friends who are CSK fans or critics, whatever that might be. And we look forward to your company throughout the IPL. We're going to be live every day as soon as the game gets over here on Sports Today. So we look forward to seeing you there. For the moment, from the two Siddharths and I, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.